Let me ask you this. How long did it take Stuttering John to contact you to come on his podcast?
Now, he sent me a direct message and he goes, now that, by the way, above it was the last one I didn't answer where he called me some fucking insult. And he goes, now that you quit the show, will you come on my show? And I didn't reply. And then 2 hours later, I have another message and he just goes, you're such a fucking pussy. And I go, I wonder why I wouldn't go on his show.
Yeah, but he wants you to talk shit about Howard, right?
No, I don't know what he wants.
I think
dude.
he does because they're doing a lot of interviews, like Howard's cheap, and
and it's like, listen, if that's what you want to do, God bless you. That's your thing. Have it be your thing. That's not who I am. That's not even if Howard was all that shit. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't grow as a fucking artist, as a comic, if I sit here and bitch about the last 40 years of my life. Like, what a job I had bagging groceries when I was fucking 19. Like, at what point do you let it go? At what point do you move on? Right? Well, when you don't have anything to move on to, you don't. So for me, I don't need it. Like, that's not my thing. I'll do that on my own. I don't need his fucking show to do that.
You're a better man than me, Shuli. Anyway, because I shit on everybody in my past. That's my whole act, though. But Yeah,
but you're good at it, and it's who you are.
It's a talent.
It's who you are. It's not an act. Like nobody's like, oh, Kevin, flip the switch. You got to be an asshole to this person. No, it's the switch is broken and it's on all the time.
Thank you, Shuli. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
It's yours if you want it. Unlike Jay Moore, I'll give you that. I won't take it from you.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know people didn't like Jay Moore that much. I mean, everybody.
I didn't either. I met him in
story.
I met him in passing at Sirius, and I just said hi, and he said hi, and that was it. Like I didn't have any interaction.
He didn't smack you? He didn't smack you?
No, he touched my balls. I said hello, and we left like gentlemen.
I mean, he's a talented guy too. He can do Christopher Walken. I mean, he's an authentic.
Nobody's doing that impression.
I know, but he's an authentically talented. I always thought he was authentically talented guy. Like when he first started, he was young and he could already do impressions. He wasn't intimidated by like older comics and stuff. So I was like, good for him. But
he also strikes me as one of those dudes that like people say like he was so good in Jerry Maguire, and it's like, well, he wasn't really acting in Jerry Maguire. Like exactly. He was same with Jerry Lewis and King of Comedy. They go, he should win an Oscar for being himself, for being Jerry. The minute he walks off set, that's him. That's who he is.
Eminem was so good in 8 Mile.
right. It's like, Daniel Day-Lewis fucking drooling on his fucking chest for an hour and a half. Give that motherfucker an Oscar. I
thought when he did My Left Foot, I thought he was crippled. I thought no way anybody is that good an actor. Somebody said, no, he's just an actor. I was shocked. I mean, I was young and stupid back then, but like when they gave Helen Mirren a fucking Oscar for playing the Queen, I'm like, she is a queen. She's fucking from England. Let her play a crack whore from the Bronx and then see what she does with that.
It's like Neil Brennan playing Neil Brennan in the Chase commercials.
Or Neil Brennan. Okay, but you're not at the show anymore, or you're maybe at the show.
That was about 4 months ago. We moved out here. I was still with the show, but my role at the show was changing. There was less on air and more behind the desk, behind the keyboard work. And for me, I want to be on the air. I want to be on a mic. I know I'm good at it. I want an opportunity, and I wouldn't be in that position if it wasn't for him and the opportunity he gave me. But at the same time, there's a ceiling there, and you're only going to go so far. And so I had to get to a point where I was like, you know what? At some point, I got to try this on my own. And I kind of felt like moving here this was going to be inevitable. I didn't see myself riding the train back to Manhattan and going into the studio. Like, this was the closing of a chapter and the starting of a new one for me. So about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, I resigned from the show on good terms. And so that's where I'm at now. I'm no longer with the show. I'm a solo artist. That's why I'm here on the Kevin Brennan show. Because now I have no bridge to burn, so I figured now I'll talk to the guy.
I appreciate it. No, because I would see Shuli. He goes, I can't do it, man. I asked him to do, when I was at Kumi, I'm like, can you come over to Kumi? He goes, it's just too dangerous.
And it wasn't just Kumi. It was like everywhere. People would ask me, can you do my podcast? And I go, I'd love to, but I can't promote it on my social media or say that I did it because
Truly, you did my podcast, just for the record. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I must have been in a fever dream. I don't remember that, but no, but
it was a phone call.
But I would feel bad for the person because, like, the only thing I have to offer is hopefully a good appearance, but I'm able to tweet it out to a lot of people, and now I can't even do that. And, you know, that was just a shitty position, and I hated it. I did a weekend with Howie Mandel, and I thought he wanted to hang out and get to know me. But then I realized when we were at the mall, he just needed me to push the button on the credit card machine because he didn't want to touch him because of his germs. I'm like, wow, Howie really wants to bond with me. He dug my set. He wants to get to know me. And then he's like, push that button over there, will you? I'm like, yep, you got it. All right, pushed it. You know, and we did that 17 times. And then I went back to my hotel.
That's funny. Yeah, that's why Louis, when Louis invites me to have breakfast with him or lunch, I'm like, hey, I'm basically just his bodyguard, you know? Too many people come up and want to talk to him. Like, I'm just another dude that might go, hey, can we just eat, you know?
That's right.
He can't eat lunch by himself because people start fucking crowding around.
Yeah, that's like when I hang out with Dave Chappelle and he wants to, like, you know, go somewhere. I'm like, all right, Dave, I just wanted to one up you guys.
I thought you were going to do an impression of Neil. Anyway.